All right, let's bring this meeting to order. Public meeting statement pursuant to the requirements of the Open Public Meetings Act. Adequate notice of this meeting has been published in the Burlington County Times and the Courier Post on the 18th day of January 2026, and the Pine Barrens Tribune on the 16th day of January 2026. Additionally posted on the official bulletin board of the Township of Pemberton on the 12th day of January 2026. Those wishing to be notified of changes to the scheduled meeting were notified via email or regular mail. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Joe, are we saving the seat down here? Oh, he's coming in? Okay. All right, roll call, please.
Mr. Dewey?
Here.
Mr. DeCharleroy?
Here.
Mr. Ward?
Here.
Mr. Doyle?
Here.
Mr. Harper?
Here. All right, we do have a couple things to do under closed session. I'd like to have a motion for going into closed session.
Motion for closed session. Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Doyle?
Yes.
Mr. Dewey?
Yes.
Mr. DeCharleroy?
Yes.
Mr. Ward?
Yes.
Mr. Harper?
Yes. All right, we'll be back as quickly as we can. For the first session, we need Candace and the auditor. In addition to that.
Not right now. I think she's sold. But she did a wrong. So I was like, there's like environmental and they cover it all. So that and they had Pretty big. Yeah. And it's like just getting so it's a whole like And very well.
All right, bring this meeting back to order. No formal action will be taken at this time. Now we're going to move on to public comments. Council's intention is to preserve the level of respect, courtesy, and civility required to successfully conduct public business. In this regard, the council should be addressed during public participation as a collective body and not individual members. In order to respect the speaker's time, council members will not engage in a dialogue or debate with the speaker. However, council members should feel free to ask the speaker a question or questions once recognized by the council president for the purpose of clarification. Council members can offer comments on a speaker's remarks once the speaker has concluded his or her comments in their allotted 5-minute time frame. All right. First customer. Need a microphone.
Mr. President, if I could, before Marty starts. Marty, I'm sorry, just one quick second.
Sure, go ahead, Mr. Doyle.
I received a phone call on my personal cell last week, and I just thought I'd like everybody to know that, we've received a little bit of backlash about the last couple hirings that we've done here on certain positions. One specifically being Mr. Boyd, one specifically being Mr. Gerber. And I had a resident call who had problems up until Mr. Boyd and Mr. Gerber specifically called this couple in with the issue they were having. All they wanted to do was build a barn, and they were being told they couldn't do it, yet all their neighbors have barns. Long story short, it was bounced back and forth between the Pinelands, the wetlands, the township, and they couldn't get any answers. Well, finally, Mr. Gerber, Mr. Boyd had enough with them being dissatisfied, called them in for a meeting, answered every one of their questions, and got the ball moving forward. They also decided to call Jen in, and this couple was absolutely blown away by the knowledge and the information that was provided to them, and got them moving forward for their future construction. And they couldn't be happier. And they wanted to take the time to give us a call and let us know. So I wanted to make sure those accolades were passed along. Job well done, guys. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you, Mr. Doyle. All right, Marty, come on up.
Good evening, Town Council and residents. My name is Marty Graf Wenger. I'm the proud president of the Browns Mills Improvement Association, the oldest civic organization in Browns Mills. Since 1919, the BMIA has worked to strengthen our community through volunteerism, beautification projects, civic engagement, and community events centered around our mission of neighbors helping neighbors. For more than 106 years, residents have come together through the BMIA to improve Browns Mills and strengthen community connections, and we proudly continue that tradition today. We always welcome new members. Memberships are just $15 for individuals and $20 for family, and we encourage anyone who wants to make a positive difference in town to join us. So before we take our summer break, we have several important events and projects coming up that we would love residents to participate in. On May 31st at 11 a.m., we will be holding Phase 2 of our Triangle Beautification Project at the corner of West Lakeshore Drive and Clubhouse Road. This will be the planting phase, and we are asking residents to come help us add some color and beauty to this area. If you have flowers, ornamental grasses, or plants that you can spare from your own garden, please bring them down for transplanting. We will have refreshments available, and we invite everyone to come spend a little time helping us spruce up Browns Mills together. Then on June 5th at 7 p.m., we are hosting our BMIA 1960s dance party in coordination with the Senior Center. There will be music, food, dancing, and our always popular door prize basket. We're hoping for a great turnout and a fun evening bringing generations together. Then on June 28th, the day after the Water Carnival, the BMIA will host our Recognition of Excellence Luncheon. We will be recognizing the children and grandchildren of our BMIA members graduating preschool, 8th grade, and high school, while also awarding scholarships and making donations to 10 nonprofit organizations connected to our community. Tonight, I also want to extend sincere gratitude to many local businesses, volunteers, and supporters who helped make our sold-out Italian night such a tremendous success. When we reached out for support, these businesses stepped up immediately without hesitation, and that kind of generosity deserves recognition. We especially want to thank Bud's Farmers Market and Farm Country Kitchen, who went above and beyond with an incredible spread of homemade food, desserts, and pastries that people talked about all evening long. And I encourage residents to stop in and visit them. They have fantastic daily specials, wonderful homemade food, and they truly support the community. We also want to thank Ricardo's Pizza and Vito Russo for their longtime support of Browns Mills and their generous donation of pizza, pasta dishes, salad, and rolls. Thank you as well to Family Pizza and Alma Pizza, both of whom immediately stepped up to support the event and help make the evening so welcoming and enjoyable for our guests. A special thank you goes out to Scott and Nicholas Curry of We Scoop Poop, right here in Browns Mills. They provide a fantastic service. They are reasonably priced, dependable, and for busy dog owners like myself, they truly make life easier while also giving back to the community. We also want to recognize the Old World Bakery and Cafe, a wonderful Browns Mills success story that has grown into a regional favorite while still continuing to support the hometown community where it began. And of course, we want to thank the many volunteers who helped behind the scenes, especially the Costa family, who truly stepped up and helped run the kitchen throughout the evening. Their hard work and organization helped make the entire event possible. And we want to thank the house band Sundays afternoon, along with our coordinator, Dave Weiskopf, also known as Vinny Boombots, and his crew for creating such a memorable evening for the community. At the BMIA, we strongly believe in supporting the businesses that support our community, and we encourage residents to do the same. When local businesses, volunteers, and community organizations work together, wonderful things can happen for Browns Mills. Thank you very much. And as always, thank you for supporting Browns Mills and the spirit of neighbors helping neighbors. P.S. Before I conclude tonight, I would also like the residents to pencil in one more important date. That's Sunday, August 23rd at 2 p.m. at the BMIA building for our community planning meeting. This is where we gather together to begin planning our events, beautification projects, and community activities for 2027. All residents are welcome to attend, share ideas, sign up for committees, and help shape the future of our town. Refreshments, of course, will be served, and of course, we would love to hear from you. Thank you and have a wonderful night.
Thank you, Marty. It's amazing how many good things you can fit into 5 minutes, I'll tell you.
She's quick. I had 2 questions on tonight's agenda. The first was, I'm sorry, is it on? Oh, I'm sorry, Marie Reynolds, Browns Mills. Resolution 161, 2026. It's been a while, and I remember going back to 2023 when this was introduced that we were permitting multifamily and single-family homes, and it was on the Bobolink Tract, and then scattered other properties were included in that, right? So I just wondered what this redevelopment, if this is the final redevelopment, I wonder if you have a number of single-family homes and multifamily units that you would be able to give us before you voted on that. And then I may be wrong, but I may be wrong in being so excited about ordinance number 16, 2026, which is being introduced tonight. But while you were in closed session, I looked up chapter 162 article 1. And if I'm reading it right, this will do away with, this will do away with the tax exemptions for residential and multiple dwellings, commercial and industrial, for 5-year tax exemptions, and the maximum degree under the which is what we had was the tax exemptions to the maximum degree under NJSA 40A:21-1 throughout the entire township. This does away with all of that, right? No more tax abatements. Yes. Okay. I'm happy. Thank you.
Yes, Marty. Yes. 161, I believe it's 53 single-family homes and 2 units of 4 each multi-family homes to meet the affordable housing. Okay? Yep.
Alexander Costa, 2950 Route 70. You already answered number 161, so thank you for that. 167, my question is, what is being amended, and does this benefit the police, or does this benefit the township? Who does this amendment benefit more of? Because I know PBA 260 is, Local 260 is the police union people. 168, 2026, what is the $50,000 going to be used for from this grant with the police department? 170, 2026, how much will the shared service agreement be, and how long will this term contract be? 171, I am very happy to see this, and I do have to ask, will this be a separate part of the meeting? Because I do see here it's underlined, so will this be like not part of a consent agenda? This will be like an actual separate part of the meeting? And also, when you do present the budget, can you use that TV up there so we can all see the presentation? Thank you. For new business, I just had a few questions. How many well flow meters are we purchasing for $7,000? And for number 6, I was looking up this computer scanner. What exactly do we get for $12,000? Is it, because I've looked up and I saw that it comes with like a computer, like a laptop screen, and the plug in it. Is that what this is, or is this something completely different for $12,000? The bill list, how much is the bill list? And I just have a few questions. First one before I forget it. Off of East Lakeshore, there's a street called Elkridge Road, I believe it is, in Browns Mills. There's a massive pothole right there in the road. Would Public Works be able to send a crew out there when it's not terribly hot to fill the pothole in? That's the first order of business. The second one I have to ask is, do we know if we will be having a Memorial Day parade, and what time will that be happening? And is Sycamore Hall, are we still allowed to park there if we are having a Memorial Day parade? And will the mayor or any council members or the business administrator be giving any remarks at this ceremony? Has any progress on a deal for Sycamore Hall been made yet? I also wanted to just say I'm very glad to finally see the old Acme being torn down. Well, and the rest of the plaza. It's a long time coming. It's been well before I was born, so that's saying a lot. Yeah. I also want to know, has there been any attempt by the administration to seek possible shared services with the school district? And has the superintendent reached out to administration or the council president on any discussions to possibly save money anywhere they can? Also, has the township received any bids for the Mirror Lake Dam remediation project, and have any of the light fixtures been ordered yet? And also, can we please get speakers in the back of the room? Because I've said it once before, but you guys are very hard to hear. And also, there were some issues with the audio on the YouTube. You guys were like cutting in and out, and then you were like, I had the volume all the way up, and you still could barely hear you. Oh, and I also noticed the camera only shows these. Is Miss Jen? Miss Jen, Miss Rosemary, and then all of you guys. It doesn't show the rest of the table anymore. So, would we be able to just get the camera just to move over just a little more so everybody could be seen on the video? And everyone have a happy and safe Memorial Day weekend, and we'll see you at the next one. Oh, and can you contact the county and see if they can put some new paint down for the crosswalks and the stop bar here on East Hampton Street?
All right, you done now, Alex? Sure. 167, it's strictly a language change to better clarify the vacation schedule for the officers. It's nothing that will change financially for the town.
All right.
68. The police chief isn't here tonight, but it has to be used for health and wellness issues for the police department. Road, do you know any more about it than that? That's about all I know. I don't know exactly what they're using it for.
170 was the shared services.
Shared service. That was something we tabled a couple of meetings ago to get a better idea if it would be better to bring it in-house, and we found that it's
$7,000.
Yeah, $7,000 is what it cost for us to bring it in-house. Take about 18 months to get our employees up to speed with the training, and about $5,000 to train our employees at the different schools. So we obviously have to consider it for this year, and then think about it again next year, depending on how the schooling goes. You know, if we find a employee that's interested in going to the schooling. So
Do you know how long the contract will be?
it's a year to year thing.
Okay,
It's done. You know, last year it cost us $5,500. This year it cost $7,000.
171. Are we going to be doing a presentation tonight? Is there going to be like a separate piece to this meeting?
I'm sure there'll be a small discussion on it, but not a whole lot. This is just to
So we'll have
introduce,
more at the next meeting.
just to introduce, and then we have a month before it has to come up for a final vote. New business 2. Is that what you had? New business 2?
No, it was 3.
3.
The well
Meters. There's 2 of those, and they're meters that record the numbers for the state of New Jersey, how much water we're drawing out of the ground. So it's at 2 of our well sites that they're not properly functioning, so they have to be replaced.
And number 6, what is it a laptop and the thing that you plug in?
I mean, I didn't personally see it, but I understand the.
I can answer it out.
There you go.
So I actually own one. So I'm going to be bringing this up later.
Okay.
I bought it one of the jail tests, and as I'm looking through the paperwork here, I can save it for later, or I can answer your question.
Sure.
I'll
Thank
answer. Yeah, absolutely. This one does Cummings, Perkins, more, Detroit and Cat. Um, why we're paying double the amount of price, I have no idea. Because I got mine for $4,000.
Yeah, I saw about
And
3,000.
I called Jail Test directly. So you could call JT Tower over in Mount Laurel, probably get one refurbished for about $3,000 or $4,000. So we'll be bringing that up later.
Thank you. How much is the bill list?
A little over 500,000.
Is anything going to the school?
$548,821.72. There is a small amount going to the county for, I forget what fees, but yeah. Okay.
Memorial Day, are we doing a
There's
parade?
definitely, you see it on the agenda. We're, proving the parade to be happening, and we are having a Memorial Day parade. It starts promptly at 10 o'clock. The usual place, Trenton Road.
There's a revised agenda. Oh, see,
Did you
no,
look?
I got the original before you revised it.
Well, I'm sorry, Alex. It's yeah.
So it's at 10 a.m.
Yes, 10 a.m. on Monday. Trenton Road starts at Stackhouse School.
All right.
Okay.
So same as last year. What about Sycamore Hall? Admin? Was there anything?
East Hampton Street also, isn't that permanent borough?
No. East Lakeshore.
Oh, you said East Hampton Street.
Elk Ridge.
I did?
For the crosswalk?
Oh, yeah, it's Pemberton Borough, and I don't know exactly where the line ends for Pemberton
So I
Borough.
responded to a lot of calls in 20 years and never responded to one on East Hampton Street. That's why I was curious.
Well, it's where the Magnolia Pemberton bypass intersection is. The lines need to be repainted. The double yellow needs to be taken care of.
Oh, that's the county.
I know, but
Yeah.
would you be able to reach out to the county and ask them?
Yep.
Thank you. And Sycamore Hall has there any discussions?
At the present time, no.
All right. What about the shared services with the school district? Have they reached out to you?
Yep,
Or the mayor?
we had meetings with them. We offered our assistance. The mayor, Rose, and I were in with them. I don't remember if the CFO was there or not, but we did offer some options. I know they're talking with Public Works about some of the things that can be done, but no formal action has been taken.
All right. And
we are working on it, Alex.
what about the speakers in the back of the room?
After we pass the budget, maybe. So,
Good evening, everyone. Mike Salka, 92 Scrapetown Road. First, for the resolutions 161, the redevelopment agreement, I would like it to be not part of the consent agenda and actually have a discussion about it, and someone verify that be no tax abatements. I want to hear someone tell us that. It would be nice if you just read the whole resolution, but keep it secret like you always do. 172/2026. NJSA 40A445(3)(e) allows you to raise the tax cap when you have a surplus and use that surplus. How do we have a surplus but when we got loans and took on debt this year, but we have a surplus so we can raise the tax cap? That's some funny math, funny government math. So someone needs to explain how you can have a surplus. Next, the Public Works number 6, the heavy truck equipment. If you actually go to OEM Diagnostic Tools, the website, and you want to go buy one yourself, there's only one heavy trucks equipment scanner, and the most expensive one is like $5,000. Maybe you have to pay another $500 for a couple connectors, but that's about it. I think someone should question our purchasing agent on how he came up with a $12,000 quote. Where are the other quotes? Because that's a lot of money and a lot of higher price. I don't think we're getting our money's worth on this purchasing agent. Let's talk about trust in our government. So the Greenberg agreement that 3 of you a couple weeks ago said you had no choice. It's in the contract. We have to vote for it. No, it wasn't. I finally got the contract. The contract said the town had to introduce an ordinance. That's all it said. It didn't say you had to vote yes on it. You could have all voted no, and then the Greenberg K. Hovnanian could have backed out of the contract and said, okay, we're not going to do it. But they already spent $6 million purchasing the property, already set everything up. What are they going to lose out other than it's going to be a little bit harder to sell the properties? But hey, we have a housing crisis in New Jersey. They're going to sell like hotcakes, whether there's a tax abatement or not. So 3 of you lied to us about you had to do it. You studied it
Mr. Stolka,
so hard.
I'm going to stop you right now. I don't want anybody being called a liar. I want respect given here at all times.
First Amendment.
I'm telling you right
Go
now.
ahead, stop me, because he's
The
going to
tax
Jackson
abatement
and got
was
and
in
got
the
a
agreement.
lawsuit
I
against
read
Jackson
it
for giving us
myself.
advice. So leave me alone here. Let me finish.
No.
It's First Amendment.
Respect.
Have him
Mr.
removed,
Speaker,
Council
First Amendment,
President.
You don't have a right to make personal accusations against individual members of the governing body. You can do that outside in public, not in the middle of a public meeting, and the chair of the meeting has the right to provide
It's
reasonable
exactly
regulation
what they
with
said.
respect to that.
It's on recording.
You made a personal attack against an individual members.
All right. I didn't know that was a problem with the First Amendment. And I think you have it wrong, Mr. McGuckin, Mr. Assemblyman, Mr. McGuckin, politician. Next, DCA financial disclosure statements. One of you has not filed yours yet. One of you, I can't believe that your only income all year long was some eBay sales. Another one, higher up in this government, is missing a $40,000 a year annual unearned income he gets. He didn't put that on there. He amended it once, but still didn't add that. Trust. How do we trust you when you can't do it? It's a DCA requirement. You have to do it. It was due on April 30th. A couple meetings ago, we talked about wants and needs. So let's talk wants and needs. The bill list from 415. Souter Designs. Dawn received 2 clothing garments for $68. Stacy, 3 for $127. Wendy, 4 of them for $127. Ashley, 4 of them for $146. 5, Trisha, 3 of them for $172. James, 2 of them for $181. Roe, 7 for $194. Kevin, 2 of them for $222. Justice, 3 of them for $227. Dan, 2 of them for $260. And the big spender, Mike, 3 items for $468. That all came out of the budget. That all came out of spending. Was that a need or was that a want? We wanted to give stuff to people. And why not just one item? Why 2 to 4, 5, 6 different items? Explain that. Wants versus needs. Yeah, right.
Mr. Sulka, I'll answer that question about the equipment. The people have a contract. They're guaranteed to get boots, eyeglasses, clothing, and stuff like that. That's a guarantee.
No. This was from Souter Designs. I didn't know there's a contract for 6 different tops. There's a contract for Dry Fit, Nike Dry Fit Stretch, Oglio Fulcrum jacket, Nike Legends, Dry Fit Stretch, cardigans, Dry Zone Mesh. It's not uniforms, so don't start. You like to spin stuff.
I'll spin it any way I like. Yep.
That's why there's no trust.
Good day, Mr. Sulka. Good day.
There's no trust anymore.
In other words, sit down, Mr. Salka.
Mayor, you want to respond to anything? You want to respond to your 40K?
Mr. Sulka, your time's up. Stop. You're causing an interruption.
Have him removed, Harry.
Have me removed. I'll sue you just like Jackson sued.
Quiet.
Ed Guthrie, 317 Birmingham Road.
I wasn't going to mention this, but I will mention just at this point, as far as trust and transparency, the way the agenda is set up and the way it looks on this sheet of paper. I've been coming here since all this warehouse stuff started, and there's been no change since the change of our councilman from 2022 to now. This has always looked like this. As far as if you need any additional information to get more detailed on the resolutions, you can call the township building and get that information. But nothing has changed since you guys have taken over. It's always looked like this. I wanted to come up and state also that I was here at the township building earlier today. Since my house had burned down, of course, that was a horrible experience for me. I didn't realize or remember a whole lot from it. But I got a permit, zoning permit, and a construction permit for some work that I'm having done at my home. And everyone is so nice. When I came into the building, there were some workers that I have no clue who they were. Everyone that I passed by was like, "Hello, how are you?" You know, when I went up to the windows, everyone was eager to help me, and I was just ecstatic. You really have a good staff here. Dawn helped me with my construction, and Pat helped me with the zoning stuff, and I couldn't have been more satisfied and happy about how easy they made everything. I was really nervous about doing all of this, and after today, I didn't know what I was nervous about because everybody was really wonderful. So I wanted to say thank you. The Bobo Link thing on the redevelopment agreement, I'm not sure why we tabled it the last time. If you can refresh my memory, that would be great. The 166/2026, the public auction of personal property owned, and then it says something about ambulance after it. If you can let me, I'm just curious to know what's being auctioned. I'd like more information on 170/2026 about the shared service, because I'm kind of after a previous shared service agreement. I'm wondering how much that's going to cost us. And the ordinance for introduction as far as eliminating the tax exemption and abatement program in its entirety. It was just mentioned earlier that it's for everything, commercial, businesses, and residents. I 100% agree that for businesses and commercial, that it should be taken out in its entirety. As far as residents, everything I read in the very beginning when they came out with this tax abatement thing, it was for some of these, like a lot of homes in Browns Mills are run down and in Pemberton Township. And it's a helpful thing for a resident, a personal person like one of our kids going in to buy a house, and they're getting a really good deal because it needs a lot of work. The abatement program, from what I understand, was set up for them. So they can apply to get the 20, 40, 60, 80 to 100%. It would offset their taxes while they're trying to fix up the home and get the repairs and beautify it for the community. I don't think it should be removed for residents. I think that that's a good program to encourage people, young kids especially, who, you know, with the cost of housing nowadays, it would be helpful for them to be able to apply for it, fix up a rundown home to beautify a neighborhood, and cut them a break on the taxes. And then, of course, they'll get hit up with that 100% when all the work is done. But that's all I got.
I can help out with a couple, sir, if you don't mind.
Go right ahead.
The item to be auctioned is a 2011 ambulance. Opening bid will be $29,500, or it won't move. The other shared services, as we told Mr. Costa, is $7,000. That's something that we have employees who want to go for the schooling, but it's going to take 18 months for them to get trained. So we have to cover this year first, and the tune to that is 7,000.
On item resolution 161, we tabled it last time because we had just gotten it that afternoon and it was very large and we didn't have time to look through it. Also, the abatement program, there was a lot of discussion on what parts to remove, and the reason we decided to get rid of the residential as well is, again, the bad deal that we've been fighting over for a long time. It was getting abused. So it's better off to simply get rid of it so that the potential for abuse no longer exists.
I'd like to recommend that we create something for the residents to fix up the homes.
We'd have to look legally if we can do that and limit it only to residents only.
Oh, and I forgot a question my husband asked me to ask. Will there be a governing vote on this year's ballot? Like we had discussed before about changing the type of government?
Form of government will be on the November ballot. Yeah.
It will be?
Yes. Am I correct, Amy?
So yes.
Yep, it's been sent to the county, so it will be on.
All right, thank you.
No problem. Thank you.
Good evening, citizens and
Your
council.
Name and address, please.
Okay, Andrietta Johnson, Lemon Avenue, Pemberton. So I called the animal control twice. I haven't gotten a call back. In Sunbury Village, there's an open population of feral cats. And so I know it's illegal to feed the feral cats. I tried to call to see if we could get some traps, or is there a program we can do spay, neuter, release, or what can be done, because they are growing, the population is growing, and they're all over the place and they're all related. So it's pretty bad when they're marking their territory. So if somebody could help me with some direction on who I should talk to, or get somebody to call me back. My name is Andrietta Johnson.
All right, is that your only
No,
concern?
I have more to say.
All right, finish your concerns and we'll take care of you. No problem.
Thank you. The other thing, I was at the planning meeting and also here not too long ago, and I was wondering about in the development of Pemberton Township, it seems like there's a reluctance to develop it, and I understand, or to do a lot of change. And I know, so I'm thinking about smart growth. Do we go out and check with other townships or municipalities? For instance, Medford is really cute. You know how you incorporate whatever you build or business that you put in for rateables or whatever, how it complies with the area. Because I know you wouldn't want to make it like just plain box-looking buildings or high buildings. So I've seen where other elected officials may go to other towns or cities and do comparisons or see how other people do things. So that's just a thought that I had. All right, so that's it for today.
All right, well, thank you for your thoughts. As far as animal control, I'm sure if you give Ms. Flaherty your name and address, she'll get animal control out to help you with your problem.
Council President, the Chief of Police and I were out at Sunbury today, and we are addressing the issue for you.
Okay, look, they're already ahead of the game. See?
Can you tell me what we're doing?
The Chief of Police is contacting, I guess, the outside company to see what it would take for us to do the catch and release program.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much.
What about, do we go out and survey other communities to see how they've grown and how they've used smart growth?
I've seen how Medford's grown, and I don't want to be like Medford. I know that.
I don't know the whole area of Medford, but I'm just saying there's.
There is some growth coming here. Obviously, you're aware of the Greenberg project going on with the 345 homes over there. Tonight we have on the agenda Bobolink, which is another 60 some units, 53 single and 8 you know, quad homes, I guess you would call them. So we are trying to put buildings in the right areas. I mean, you have to have the developers to come in to the planning board and see if it's something that works. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
All right.
okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Good evening. I just want to take a moment to recognize some outstanding accomplishments by the students at Pemberton Township High School. First, congratulations to the track and field team at an incredible showing at our sectionals. They competed with determination, heart, and pride. The boys team tied for 4th overall, and they are going to state finals to compete in the meet of champions. So we have a chance to make the states there. Also, over the weekend, the JRTC Raiders team had an exceptional performance. They competed against 17 teams from 11 schools, and they earned first place. Clean sweep, taking the championship there for the 3rd consecutive year. They have a really nice trophy. I can show you a picture later of this big eagle at the school. It was an incredible accomplishment for our Raiders team. They are going to West Point this summer. And then also lastly, next week, May 27th, we will be celebrating all seniors at the awards and scholarship night. It's a special evening recognizing the seniors for their hard work, dedication, and future plans. And just wanted you to know how it was going over there. Thank you.
Thank you, Justin. Justine, it's always good to hear good news about our kids.
Good evening. My name is Vicki Adams, 613 Sander Drive. All my questions were answered, but in them getting answered, some other questions have come up. On the ordinance about the abatement, about you guys getting rid of the exemptions and abatement program in its entirety, and you also affecting the residents, does that affect our veterans? Because they get a tax exemption. And excuse me? No? Okay. No, it's okay. I mean, before you used to answer in the middle of if necessary. Thank you for answering me. Okay. My question, my observation to that would have been, and the ones that already have it should have been grandfathered into it, whatever. I also have a question because I'm noticing the last several meetings we have 2 lawyers. Do we have 2 lawyers? Are you guys from the same firm or what?
Yes, ma'am. Same firm.
Same firm? Okay, thank you.
More on the abatement. The abatement, as with most changes to ordinances and law, anything that's already been passed is already still in effect and is grandfathered in. But this doesn't affect seniors or veterans at all because those are completely separate programs.
They are done by state law as opposed to municipal ordinance.
Good evening. First off, I was thinking what I wanted to tell you guys. I want to congratulate all yous for getting that shopping center moving in the right direction. It's getting demoed. Finally, there's been a lot of council up here, different council members. We had probably about the same mayor for 16 years or so. You couldn't get nothing done. Finally, you guys you're moving in the right direction, and I think that's something good. I don't know what's going to come of it, but it's moving in the right direction, and it looks good. I did notice there wasn't a fence around the place when the demo started. I don't know why. I see it looks like demos stopped now for some reason. The other thing I wanted to talk about or ask about, there's something come to my attention. Somebody told me that Sycamore Hall was broken into, or the windows were broken out of it. The police caught the people red-handed or whatever. No charges were filed against these people for breaking the windows, and that sounds awful suspicious to me. Why weren't they charged with anything? I really would like to see, I wish the police chief was here tonight. I would like to ask him, or have one of you guys ask him later on. I think we really need, you should know where I'm going with this. We really should need to watch that place, especially late at night. If we could have a patrol car sitting in the area, if he's going to be sitting in town, to keep an eye on Sycamore Hall, because I'm afraid something drastic is going to happen to that place, if you get my drift. We need to watch that place, because something smells bad there. The other thing is, I'm noticing a lot of high grass in town. Again, that's my pet peeve. I ride through town, I see high grass, it bugs the shit out of me, and I'm not going to name the places this time. I'm going to wait till the next council meeting and to see if it's still there. Harry, you live in Pineview Terrace? You come right down Lakehurst Road to come here. I don't know if you make a left on Junction Road or do you go right through town. How many days a week do you come to this building? Do you see the high grass? I'm not going to name the places. Why? Why? It's the image of our town. When you go into these other towns, the sidewalks the grass is cut, it's edged. It makes the town look better. I mean, I know it's grass season or whatever, and like you said, you went through Sunbury Village today. Did you notice any high grass?
Not only did I notice it, I immediately
My
called
God.
our emergency contractors, the road department, and code, and identified.
I don't care if their grass is high back in Sunbury Village. I could care less about that. When you drive up Pemberton Browns Mills Road and the houses right along Pemberton Browns Mills Road, that needs to be taken care of. Del Cap Court. Butch, you know where that's at? You were a patrol officer. Right on the corner. Please look at that property. I don't know what you do. I don't know how you force people to cut the grass. I don't know what the routine is about that, but either we go out there and we cut it ourselves and charge whoever the owner is $5,000, $10,000. Maybe they'll get the hint sooner or later. Is that the only thing being auctioned off? Is this ambulance? Well, I can't afford that, so I'm not going to that auction. On this parade Monday, is this rain or shine? Because I know we like to cancel things when we hear rain.
Yeah, as far as I know, it's rain or shine. I
Rain
haven't
or
heard
shine.
anything about a rain date or a cancellation.
Rain or shine.
Yeah.
You're coming down Lakehurst Road.
Council President, may I?
Or Trenton Road. You're coming down Trenton Road.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Mayor would like to make a comment. Joe, are you done or are you still?
Yeah, I'm done. Go ahead, Matt.
Okay, Matt, go ahead.
Hey, Joe, it is rain or shine. If it rains, we're going to move into the Browns Mills Firehouse.
Okay. Oh, I had one other thing. I had an issue today for the last couple of days about squatters and trash at the Browns Mills Methodist Church. My sister had been calling code enforcement, couldn't really get nothing done, to be honest with you. I called Dan Dewey. Yeah, his name's on my phone, his number. I'm telling you right now, this man right here gets more done in this township than he had code enforcement out there. I mean, if you got a problem, you got Danny's number in your phone, give Danny a call because he will get it done. So, thanks, Dan.
All right, Joe. And
Joe,
as far as
I'm sorry.
as far as the grass, I've been making complaints about the same ones you probably saying, and I've been told
I don't
they've
want to
been
tell you what they are, but we'll see.
right. They've been being addressed. I was told so, and I go down the same road you go down, and I you can go over to community development. They'll tell you I've called in probably 3 or 4 different
I'm sure you do.
locations. Yeah, I mean, and we can't make some of them are landlord situations, so you can't get them right away and all. But after a certain amount of time, then we do go out and cut them and bill them. So yeah, we do try to do that. Yeah,
Joe,
Mr.
to
Doyle?
answer your other comment about your concerns about Sycamore Hall, they're valid, and I would say they're shared. Because I can tell you, I don't know about the complaints or not, but when it comes to criminal mischief, there's only one person that can sign a criminal mischief complaint for property. That's the property owner.
Right.
So if no complaints were signed, that doesn't fall on the police department that did their job.
Oh, I'm not.
You know what
I'm
I'm
not
saying?
blaming.
No, I know you're not, but I want to make that clear. That
Do
when
we
it
all
comes to
remember the pig and whistle
Yes, sir.
when it burnt down? Do we? I'm just saying. You better keep an eye on that place. I'm telling you right now, because I don't trust that company for one bit that owns that owns Sycamore Hall. Not one bit.
Thank you, Joe.
Council
Anyone else
President,
for
may I?
public comment? Oh, go ahead, Mayor. You want to say something?
One more thing. To Danny's credit, the tent city behind the Methodist Church, and I do believe behind the Christian Caring Center, is being addressed. But to take it one step further, we have to figure out a way to take care of these people as well. But they are getting cleaned up.
Could anybody hear what he said or no? Okay, apparently there's an issue. Matt, you're coming in really low, so I'm just going to clarify what you said. There's been some concerns about what people are calling tent city behind the church in town. The issues are being addressed.
Brownsville Methodist Church.
Matt, we can barely hear you at all.
We'll catch up later.
Is done?
Yes, Ms.
Good evening, everybody in general. I'm going to get in touch in reference to the ambulance. Let me see, what is the number in there? 166, 2026. I was reading in the newspaper last week. The Pemberton Township is going to share services with the ambulance with Woodland Township in the future. Okay, you can answer me that later. Okay, I leave that there. Okay, I complain for this house in Presidential Lake, can be a warehouse or a house, was open, remain open. I know this is a private property, but I think it's about time for the township to, yes, put a board, seal it up that to call the owner. That is danger right now. The kids is coming out from school right now. They gotta go to the beach, gotta go through that street in that house. I call it warehouse because this is where the men did. Purchased the house from Williamsburg, came and they saw that he can put a warehouse in PL. That's residential, not commercial. Okay. Now I write it up and reference to the ambulance. Okay. And then the reason I'm looking about the ambulance it is, I know how much costs a brand new ambulance, as I've been in the fire field, okay? Why are we selling that ambulance when we can have a backup as an emergency? That's what our township should do. You want to save some money. I remember when we lost, PL lost everything in there. They took it to town. That's okay. Goes around, comes around. Okay, I'm concerned about it. The yes spoke in reference to the Sycamore Hall. We need to get a building, please. The person who purchased that haven't done nothing. The building is getting deteriorating, and that's the only thing right now, beside the country house, we can say that's historical for our township. Don't let them to destroy, please. Fight to the end and get it back. The only thing we can have besides those old churches. That's it. Okay, my next one will be all the portable pots are put it up in the parks and by the beaches and everything for the residents right now. I understand about it, yes, the senior, where they were talking about it, the tax abatement. That's okay. I know the senior just explained they are protecting the veterans. Okay, I want an answer yes in reference to the building in MPL, in reference to the Sycamore Hall and the toilets. Thank you.
Ms. Phillips, what's the address of that house that you're saying needs to be boarded up?
402 Virginia Drive, Presidential Lakes.
402 Virginia Drive. All right. Well,
Has been reported through the police and everything, and nothing has been done until this day.
all right, we'll have it looked into. As far as the porta pots, I believe they're supposed to be put out this week. I thought they were supposed to come out by Memorial Day. I'm not sure. I know a couple. I heard them say some were going to be delivered on Friday, but I don't know which ones. So.
I know the PL has one in there, but I understand that people are working in the tower, in the PL for the cell phones. And I understand sometimes when the people working there for weeks, they bring their own portable pots there.
Yeah, that's their own. That doesn't have anything to do.
That's the reason I'm asking tonight. Yeah. When we gotta put it up. Sorry, I had all the problem. I've been working on my garden. Thank you.
No problem.
And please answer me in reference to that the Sycamore Hall, please. In reference to the Burlington County College, what is going on there? Thank you.
All right. Well, they're already tearing down one building at Burlington County College. Sycamore Hall, as the BA said, there's no further information on that at this time, unfortunately. Yeah.
Demolition going on, but they're not being a fence, and then the demolition had stopped. That's why it stopped, because they had to put up the fence.
Yeah, it's not coming through.
Realize you're at the end of the question. They moved it. They moved through it so rather quickly.
All right. Good evening, everyone. How y'all doing? Robert King, Pete King, 247 Amherst Avenue, Pemberton. I don't like ending my things on bad notes, so I'm going to start off with some things that are me as a citizen, not as a scout or as a board member. Code enforcement needs to be told that we're not an HOA. They're also not allowed to trespass on your property to take pictures. And I also found out that they don't, even though you've remediated any code that they have, they're not required to go back and take pictures if you did not remediate it. So now it just becomes a he said, or he said, she said type deal. So I actually have a current violation when I took care of the problem. Also, I feel I'm being targeted because I'm friends with the former mayor, because I actually Oprah'd request, how many other houses on my street. One of the houses on there has a broken down trampoline, has stuff all in their backyard, and they're driving down the alleyway to get the picture, so they should have seen that. But yet they're not getting any summonses, and there was no notifications because I Oprah requested for the, 4 days before, 4 days after mine. So that, so I'm basically, so I do need to get the name of the attorney y'all use so that, maybe I can, jump on the gravy train and sue you guys for code enforcement for harassing me. Because I went through this type of stuff back during COVID as well, when I had, they told me I had to prove that I didn't receive something in the mail, which is just kind of asinine in my opinion. So, code enforcement, I'm tired of being targeted by them. We are not an HOA. We are allowed to have stuff at our house as long as we take care of it. The one item I took care of. Otherwise, I have wood that is stacked in the prescribed manner that it's supposed to be stacked in. It's actually for a gold award program coming up. I have some in front of a trailer. I have some wood stacked for my smoker for when I cook food on my grills. So I don't know what their problem is. And also, they don't have any picture. They took pictures on my property. And I emailed the mayor, and the mayor sent me a reply saying that, they're allowed to walk down there. And the picture is clearly from the guy's car. And then he told me that he would send me some documentation on May 7th, and I have yet to hear from the mayor about the code enforcement and that, the documentation that he was going to provide me with proof. So, code enforcement, and the other thing is, why are y'all holding the citizens of our town to a higher standard than you yourselves are putting your own properties and stuff through as well? So you really should not be. You need to get your stuff in order before you start jumping on the backs of the citizens for code. So that's my gripe for code enforcement. So now for Scouts, my troop, they held a flower sale for Mother's Day. They had a great time. They did really well. I don't know if any of y'all saw them out there, but they did work really hard. So that was good. And then when it comes to the schools, Justine covered some stuff, but we have a lot of other good stuff coming up. She said May 27th, we have the senior awards. On June 5th, we're going to have the senior prom, and June 25th is going to be the graduation. And then when you go back to the ROTC, just let y'all know, 2 years in a row now, they've made nationals in Raiders, fitness competition, and drill prep. So, that has never been done in the school system before. Our current reading scores this year are up by 8.59%. Still low, they're still not great, but they're at least going up. They're going the right direction, which is good. Let's see. Also, we have, sorry, I'm trying to make sure, our marching band, our track and field, our color guard, they've all been doing really well. I don't know if y'all have been watching all of that other stuff that's been going on. And also, tomorrow night is the choir concert at the high school. And the biggest thing I think for the school system that says what our schools can do is Jayla Presley. This past week, she actually received her associate's degree, and she'll be receiving her high school diploma in June. So she actually got her associate's degree before she got her high school diploma. That is a lot of work, and she deserves a lot of credit for that. So I think, please give her some credit where credit's due on that. So, all right, y'all have any questions for me?
No, Pete. And as far as your code stuff, usually Mr. Gerber's here, but he's not here tonight. I just suggest giving him a call and see if he can work things out for you.
I've tried talking to him. He's sorry, Mr. Doyle there, but he's a former cop, and you're guilty until you prove yourself innocent. And the 2 times I've talked to him, he's come off as a complete J-hole, if you know what I'm talking about.
Sorry you feel that way, but that's the way you have to work to see.
Oh, I tried being nice to him, and he's still, like I said.
I don't think you're being targeted, but you got to talk to him and work through the system.
Since you brought that up, Pete, my curious question would be: so if the police department happened to stop you now for speeding or something, do you think they're targeting you because you were friends with Jack? Is that going to be your defense there as well?
No,
just curious.
No. If I'm a problem. Like I said, I got the notice in the mail, and it told me I had until a certain day to remediate the problem. I remediated the problem. But I also wanted to find out how many other people were, because of I've had problems with code enforcement in the past. The last time it was, oh, I had to prove I didn't get something in the mail, which is asinine. Then they cut my fine in half. They cut my fine in half again. They went all the way down to, okay, we're not going to fine you, but we need you to plead guilty and pay the court costs, which is nothing more than trying to soak me for money at that point in time. So either the person who was on code enforcement at that point in time is back, because I know some people got fired and some people got rehired. So that's where the problem lies, is in code enforcement. If I'm speeding, please stop me. If I'm doing something illegal, stop me. But I got my.
That part of my question was actually just rhetorical. I was just trying to make a point.
Yeah, I know. But I'm just letting you know that no, if I was in the wrong, I will tell you right now, I'm the first person I'll stand up and say, yes, I was wrong. But I know I had till a certain date. I went and bought myself a chainsaw. I cut the swing that was leaning apart. I even took pictures of it. And the trailer, I had to put a tarp on it to make it look, so it didn't look so junky. And the wood has always just been, it's sitting in my driveway stacked neatly. So I don't know what his problem is. So, all right. Any other questions or anything?
No, sir, Pete. Thank you. Anyone else?
Pat Iverson, 59 West Hampton Street. Couple things here. Well, first off, I'm glad that I'm hearing about all this demolition going on. Ironically, the one place that's not being demoed yet, but we're hell bent on digging a retention basin. Hopefully they got their mining permit, but I don't know if anybody's looked into that. Or their geotech that didn't know what the hell they were doing over there. But whatever. So smart development, there was a comment earlier. That's about the furthest thing from this township, trust me. On the business here with 3,000 and over, this is my question. We have on here from May 6th, Public Works starter cabinet for blower number 2 wastewater treatment plant from Radwell, $3,816. Now I see back on here again that we have the same blower motor number 2 wastewater treatment plant from Radwell, now at $5,879.72. So what was that difference in money, or what was the problem with this? And that's it, short and sweet tonight.
Okay, I happen to have a answer for you on that one. Yes, the last time it was on the agenda, it was bid that was a reconditioned one, guaranteed for 2 years, just like a new one is. But by the time we approved it, that was no longer in stock. So now we had to go to the next highest one, which is a brand new one, also guaranteed for 2 years. So, in the time it took us to approve it on the agenda, it was no longer available in stock.
Okay, and I know they deal in surplus stuff.
Yes.
Which I thought maybe it was an issue with the building that should have been demoed when they stored it there.
Thank you for that.
Hi, Earlene Alexander, Poor Chipmunk Run, Browns Mills. So I have sort of an easy question at first. Who do I call? Because I have a neighbor who has trash bags along his lawn, and I had to ask him to lower the bags because he has a corner property, and I couldn't see, cars coming as I was turning off my block. So I'm not sure if he lowered the bags, but who do I call to even say that he has all these trash bags on his lawn? It's like a million of them. And also, I just want to compliment BMIA and the Pemberton Police Department for the human trafficking event they had yesterday evening. It was very informative, and I think everyone, they want law enforcement to go through it, but I think every citizen in this township needs to go through that training, because just last week they found 13 people in Mount Laurel. So it's closer to home than we think. So I believe everyone should go through that training and find out how to recognize and report human trafficking, because you never know. I work in that field, and so I know survivors. Someone was being trafficked, and they were working at a restaurant. The restaurant owner took their passport. So you never know, but you have to recognize the signs. So I just wanted to give them a compliment on that. That's it.
All right, thank you. As far as the trash situation, the bags, if you give Ro the address of that location, and then she can pass it on to Public Works and they can check on what's going on there. I know when somebody if it's leaves, they're supposed to call in to the township to have them picked up, but if it's somebody that's a new person, they're not maybe sure.
They're not new. They were living there before me, before I
Okay.
moved in, and the bags have been there for a couple of months now.
Do we know if it's just leaves, or do we know if it's trash, or we don't know?
I am afraid to ask.
All right, if you'll pass that address on to her, and she'll have our people look into it and see what it is.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much. Anyone else for public comment? Seeing none, I guess we'll move on to resolutions. Anybody have any things they want to pull from the consent agenda, talk about?
I got a couple here.
Go ahead there, Mr. Dewey. Which ones would you like to
Is
talk about?
169 still on for tonight? Still we discussed the other day?
Yes, it is still on, and we can have some discussion about it if you want to.
Yep, I'm going to pull that one.
Okay. Anybody else have any they want to discuss on the consent agenda?
Yeah, you got to pull the meeting minutes because I wasn't here on April 27th.
Well, that was pulled already because Amy didn't get a chance. That's sorry, you just didn't get the updated one. Anybody else got anything?
Can we pull 161?
161. You want to have a little discussion? Okay. Charles, you have anything? All right, looking for somebody to make a motion on the amended consent agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve the amended consent agenda.
I'll second.
All right, roll call.
Mr. DeCharleroi,
Yes.
Mr. Dewey,
Yes.
Mr. Ward,
Yes.
Mr. Doyle,
I'll be a yes, but I have to abstain. Make a note, Amy, please. I have to abstain from 167. Thank you.
Mr. Harper.
Yes. All right. Number 161, I believe, Perry, you want to talk about that a little bit?
Mr. Harper, this is Surrey Equities LLC. Is there a tax abatement on this?
No, sir, there is not. They originally requested one, but we told them in no uncertain terms that there would be no abatement program for them.
So for simple clarification, there is no tax abatement.
That is correct. There
Thank
is
you.
no tax abatement. Any other questions, discussion on 161?
Make a motion to approve.
All right.
I'll second it.
Mr. Doyle?
Yes.
Mr. DeCharleroi?
Yes.
Mr. Dewey?
Yes.
Mr. Ward?
Yes.
Mr. Harper?
Yes. All right. Mr. Dewey, I believe 169 was yours. You want to talk about a little bit? I can hopefully answer a couple questions for you. Go right ahead.
I was in the office the other day when we were discussing this, and I know Rosemary finally got the guy on the phone, And I don't know what happened after that, but I don't know if you got the right answer that you wanted. I mean, from what I heard, it was a little shaky.
Yep. I mean, what I got today, the person that's requesting this tax certificate, uh, is only looking to get back what they had in on it was originally, I believe, a trash lien. So it's $148 plus the interest. Uh, Now, if the VA has any information more that, you think we want to table this or, move forward with it, I know there's other issues with this property, but this person isn't the person that we need to go after for those other problems.
I think you should table it because when I looked in records and deeds, I didn't find an original certificate. So I think we need to look at this a little bit further.
All right, well, two more weeks would not hurt anything, in my opinion. So we need to investigate this a little further.
I think we should. And Rose, as far as the trash, that would be if your name's on a lot, even though it's in the middle of nowheres with no electric, the trash bill's automatic. I mean, he should have got the.
What we don't understand is how a trash truck could get back there.
Right.
That's number one. Number two, that there's no record of a well, septic, electric.
Yeah.
It's a full house that was burnt down by the Boy Scouts years ago, from what I understand. But the in-ground pool is still, there's no water in it, and it's got trash all in it. Got sea boxes, car parts. Just it's a mess back there. I don't even know how it got built. So we're investigating it all as well as the assessment.
Okay.
So I guess I'm looking for a motion.
I'll
to
make
table.
a motion to table 169.
Second.
Mr. Dewey,
Yes.
Mr. DeCharleroi,
Yes.
Mr. Doyle,
Yes.
Mr. Ward,
Yes.
Mr. Harper.
Yes. All right. Now we're moving on to the budget. Introduction of the 2026 municipal budget. Anybody have any questions about this? I mean, it's just the introduction. Candace, would you like to give us a little, just a brief rundown of what we're looking at?
I mean, typically we save the presentation for the public hearing portion, which is the same night as the adoption. But right now we're looking at a 3% increase. So for the average assessed household, as $165,000, that would mean about $54 and change for the year.
All right. Thank you very much, Candace. Any of the councilmen have any questions or anything?
Yeah, I have a couple of things. Beginning of the year, I had asked a couple of people with preparing the budget was for the zoning and planning board is to put like $1,500 a department in there, because I'm on the planning board. I also attend all the zoning board meetings, and those guys work hard, they sacrifice, and they're the only group that doesn't get paid, and they don't get a Christmas party. And I just thought it would be nice just for them to take their wives out. They can combine the money, both planning board and zoning board, and have a dinner on the township. Like last summer, we were working Friday nights here in the municipal building doing the master plan. It's not for me, it's just that the people that I work with, and I think it's something that they deserve. They don't get paid. One gentleman was fired and didn't even know he was fired till he showed up for the reorganization. And I didn't see it in there, and I just think it's something that we should do because they all work hard. And believe me, I'm not doing it for myself. I'm doing it for the people that sacrifice their time for free. So I don't know if anything can be done about that.
That was put into the budget and is still in there.
I'm sorry?
It was put into the budget and it is still in there.
Thank you very much. Yeah. And the other thing that I've had conversations is I realize how hard public works. They do their job. But we're in desperate need for leave vacs, because with the leaf vac you only need 3 guys, one to drive the truck, one to sit on the controls, and a guy running the hose. Harry and I witnessed last fall, there was, 8 trucks, Harry, when they were doing the presidential lakes, the big field.
There was a whole crew out
I mean,
there.
they
Yeah,
got
it's probably-
people raking, blowers, 8 trucks. They had trailers. They're hand loaded trailers and then bringing it back to the municipal building. Well, if you had two machines, you'd only need 6 guys, and you can get a 30 or 40 yard capacity. And if you get them, you got the Jones farm, you can dump them. The Bud farm will take all the leaves when they're over in Pemberton, and it's less labor and work on our guys, and it's less money that we have to pay to get rid of the stuff. And it just makes sense. They'll pay for themselves in less than 5 years. So I think that's, I had given the prior administrator all the paperwork and the CDs, but when he left here, he took everything that I got and bought them from Effort. But it's something, it's going to save the workers. Like the young lady's neighbor's got a couple 100 bags of leaves where she can't get out of her driveway. All they got to do is rake them to the curb. They can do the whole street, and it's done. That's the only thing I got. I'm just trying to look out for the workers.
All right, thank you, Mr. Dewey. Anybody else have anything in regards to the introduction of the budget? All right, looking for a motion to introduce the 2026 municipal budget.
A motion to introduce the budget.
Second.
Mr. DeCharleroi,
Yes.
Mr. Doyle,
Yes.
Mr. Ward,
Yes.
Mr. Dewey,
Yes.
Mr. Harper.
Yes. All right, next is making application to the local finance board pursuant to NJSA 40A-445-3EE. Anybody have any questions on that in regards to what we're doing there?
Council President, if I may, I don't have any questions, but
Yeah, go ahead, Joe.
I'm just going to tell everybody now how I feel and how everybody else is. We have a budget. There's a budget for a reason. To pull a line item out of the budget and say that it doesn't exist is a little crazy to me. That's just my personal opinion. When I do taxes at the end of the year for my business, I'm not allowed to pull a line item out and say to the federal government, hey, that doesn't exist, or I don't need to, I qualify for this. So, a budget is set for a budget. It's a budget. And I just think this is a huge mistake. I understand, it's not a personal vendetta, as somebody just told me 30 minutes ago. It's just the way it should be. I'm sorry.
Thank you, Mr. Ward. Anybody else have any questions on this? Understand what?
Yeah, well, I said the vendetta comment. Candace, can you explain?
I didn't ask you to say anything, and this is a council meeting, not a mayor's meeting.
Shut up, Josh. Just shut the
Call me an
fuck
asshole
up.
again in front of
You're an
everybody
asshole.
here. How about we do that?
Candace, just explain.
Gentlemen, let's calm down. Watch our language. Yeah.
Harry, could we get him to explain to the taxpayers?
Sure. We have our auditor here. You want to give a little explanation of what exactly this resolution does for us?
Can everybody hear me okay? So I'm Evan Palmer. I'm from PKF O'Connor Davies. I'm the auditor for the township. So the resolution 172 for 2026 The application that we're putting forth tonight for approval is for a 1977 appropriation cap waiver. We have two caps that the budget needs to be in compliance with. One is the 2010 cap waiver, which is a limit on how much we can raise for taxes. The 1977 is how much of those tax and revenues and fund balance that we put in that we can actually spend. With the increase in costs, the budget is limited to a 3.5% cap. So if you go line by line, if every line went up 3.5%, we'd be under the cap. In the times that we've seen now, you know, with costs going up, whether it be utilities, health benefits, pension bills, etc., they have gone up in excess of 3.5%. So the ability to fit all of the needs into the budget underneath that 77 cap had been a challenge and not possible. So the introduced budget that we introduced tonight, we are applying for this cap waiver. It'll be presented to the local finance board at the state. They'll review it and the documentation provided, if approved, and then they'll review it to see if there is a need to allow for that additional percentage above the 3.5 allowed in the standard 1977 cap calculation.
Thank you very much, Mr. Palmer. Yeah. And basically, just like, you know, tax laws, when we do our, you know, taxes at the end of the year, we have exemptions that we're allowed to follow. This is an exemption that we're allowed to use because even if we tried to, we don't have an income problem. You know, it's just a matter of how much our bills have went up. Yeah. So yeah. So it's not a matter, you know, raising the percentage of taxes wouldn't even help us. 3% takes care of what we need for everything with all the, you know, new stuff going on. We just have to make some adjustments because of the cost of, you know, health benefits, pension plans, and stuff like that. So, I mean, I don't think I need any more explanation on what it is. Looking for a motion.
Make a motion to approve.
I'll second it.
Mr. Doyle,
Yes.
Mr. DeCharleroi,
Yes.
Mr. Dewey,
Yes.
Mr. Ward,
No.
Mr. Harper.
Yes. All right. Moving on. Ordinances for second reading, public hearing. Ordinance 15-2026, an ordinance of the Township of Pemberton, County of Burlington, State of New Jersey, amending Chapter 107 of the Code of the Township of Pemberton, entitled Fire Prevention, Article 1, Adoption and Enforcement of Standards, Section 107/7, Permits and Certificates of Fire Code Status, to amend the fees set for certificates of smoke detectors, carbon monoxide alarm compliance. Anybody from the audience have any questions on that? No? Anybody on council have anything they want to say about that?
I'd like to ask Mr. Boyd a question if I could.
You may certainly go ahead.
Tom, with my home, I have an alarm system, hardwire, sensors and all that. And they inspect that once a year and test it. Does that can't, like, if I went to sell the house, would it still have to be inspected by the township if I had the documentation, or?
It would be at the discretion of the local fire official. It does still have to be inspected. It would be at the discretion of the fire official as to whether they would
Yeah, I'm
accept
just throwing that out there, you know, because it's inspected once a year and tested, so.
Upon resale, it's supposed to be checked as well.
Okay, no problem.
And again, as we discussed in the last meeting, this is to get us up in compliance with the new standards. So with that, looking for a motion.
I make a motion to approve 15-2026.
Second.
Mr. Dewey,
Yes.
Mr. Doyle,
Yes.
Mr. Ward,
Yes.
Mr. DeCharleroi,
Yes.
Mr. Harper.
Yes. Moving right along. Ordinances for introduction. Ordinance 16-2026, ordinance of the Township of Pemberton, County of Burlington, State of New Jersey, repealing and vacating Township Code Chapter 162, Article 1, entitled Tax Exemption and Abatement Program in its entirety. Now, we tried to modify it and introduce it last meeting. A lot of us council people had questions or concerns. A lot of you residents had questions due to the past abatement situation with the K-Hob deal. So we heard what you had to say, and we thought it was in the best interest to do away with this ordinance in its entirety. It's the simplest and best thing to do. Any other council guys have anything to say about that?
Just the examples. The abatement on the warehouse was absurd, and then we have the abatement.
No public comment on this.
And then we have the abatements on the K-Hop deal, which again was clearly an abuse of the taxpayers. So the simplest thing to do to make sure that these types of bad agreements can't be made is to get rid of the program entirely. That way, no one can offer ridiculous abatements anymore in agreements.
Thank you, Charles.
Harry, is Greenberg's, is that included in that? Or is
No,
that's grandfather.
That's has to go on. We cannot get around that one.
It would be like someone allowing you to have a cow, and then several years later they pass an ordinance that says you can't have cow anymore. But the township already approved it, so you can't go back and undo what you've already agreed upon.
There's no questions on this for first reading. Only. All right, go ahead, Joe. That's not usual.
Pass this ordinance or whatever. What happens if we get a new council and a new mayor? Can they come right back and put it right back in place? That's my question.
Oh yeah, anytime.
Yes, so the sad part is yes, they can.
Okay, so
we're abolishing it for now.
consequences.
Yes, sir. Well
so
said.
remember when you vote, who had this tax abatement in here before? Just that's all I got to say. Remember when you vote, who put this shit in here first?
Thank you, Joe.
And Joe, the reason you couldn't come up for public listen, the reason you couldn't come up for public comment tonight is we're just introducing it. So the next meeting you'll be able to come up and put that on the record again. But
all right, that being said, looking for a
Amy, what's the date, ma'am, of the meeting in June?
June 3rd.
Make a motion to introduce this at the next meeting, June 3rd, for second reading and public hearing.
Second.
Mr. Doyle?
Yes.
Mr. DeCharleroi?
Yes.
Mr. Dewey?
Yes.
Mr. Ward?
Yes.
Mr. Harper?
yes. All right, moving right along. Ordinance 17-2026. Ordinance of the Township of Pemberton, County of Burlington, State of New Jersey, amending supplemental Chapter 86 of the Township Code of the Township of Pemberton entitled Construction Code Uniform so as to revise various fees under the Uniform Construction Code. Again, this is, as I understand it, we're bringing our fees in line more with what the state wants. Is that correct, Mr. Boyd?
That is correct, in addition to some of the errors that were in it prior to, we corrected those.
Thank you very much. So, any other council guys have any questions, comments?
Make a motion for introduce ordinance 17-2026 for second and public hearing on June 3rd.
I'll second.
Mr. Doyle?
Yes.
Mr. Dewey?
Yes.
Mr. DeCharleroi?
Yes.
Mr. Ward?
Yes.
Mr. Harper?
Yes. All right, moving on. New business. First item, A1, Township Clerk Zone, Planning Zoning Annual Service Contract for Room 10 equipment. That's basically our stuff that keeps things running and recorded here in Room 10 for all the meetings we have. $4,429.31 for software. Anybody got any questions? Motion?
Motion to approve new business A1.
Second.
Mr. Doyle?
Yes.
Mr. Dewey?
Yes.
Mr. DeCharleroi?
Yes.
Mr. Ward?
Yes.
Mr. Harper?
Yes. A2, Public Works, C900 blue pipe and water line extensions and water main repairs from Ferguson Waterworks in a total amount of $4,550.
Where's this work going to be performed at?
If I believe I read right, this is just parts for projects. I know they're out doing hydrant flushing now, so I don't know if it's for possible repairs to any of that stuff. I believe it's just stock inventory.
Yeah, that was my understanding, is that it was stock. Is that correct?
I believe so.
Yeah,
I didn't.
Well, it says waterline
Extensions. I think extensions is the word we're kind of hanging up on here, right, Danny?
Yeah, I mean, the reason I'm asking, we have money in escrow for Greenberg's and Bobolink. I mean, is the material for those projects, or are we doing something else that we don't know about?
Let's see how many. Just says authorized extensions, proven charges. Yeah, I can't tell you anything more than I didn't really ask the question about that earlier in this week, but I believe it's just to have for stock stuff. It's
I'm not gonna.
not a large amount of pipe.
It's not. Sorry. So
Yeah.
I'm not aware what it's for, but in looking at the quantity of pipe that is being purchased, it's only 20 feet of pipe in 6-inch and 8-inch size. So it's really more just like spool pieces if you need to cut it and then use a small piece for
Do a
repair.
tie-in.
Yeah, it's not. I do not believe the word extension was the proper word to use in that sense.
Well, that's what caught my eye, and that's why I'm questioning it.
Yeah.
But I mean,
and when like I said, the reading and the quantity amount, I figured it was just to have some for spare parts. So
I'll make a motion. Pass it.
All right, motion for A2 to second on that motion. Anybody?
I'll second.
Mr. Dewey?
Yes.
Mr. DeCharleroi?
Yes.
Mr. Ward?
Yes.
Mr. Doyle?
Yes.
Mr. Harper?
Yes. Next is A3, Public Works, well flow meters from USA Blue Book in a total amount of $7,406.20. As I said earlier, when one of the residents asked, this is 2 water meters to replace 2 that are starting to fail out of our wells, so that they report to the state how much is taken out of the ground, so they need these to be replaced. Other questions? Looking for a motion.
I'll make a motion to pay for the meters.
All right.
I'll second.
Okay.
Mr. Dewey?
Yes.
Mr. DeCharleroi?
Yes.
Mr. Ward?
Yes.
Mr. Doyle?
Yes.
Mr. Harper?
Yes. All right. A4, Public Works, motor starter contactor replacements for blower 2 at the wastewater treatment plant from Radwell in a total amount of $5,879.72. As I said earlier, when Mr. Giverson asked the question, we did have it on last agenda, but by the time they went to go buy them, they were out of stock, so they still need them, so they had to go to the next highest supplier. Any other questions? If not, looking for a motion.
Make a motion to approve A4.
Second on that motion, anyone?
I'll second.
Mr. Doyle,
Yes.
Mr. Charleroi,
Yes.
Mr. Dewey,
Yes.
Mr. Ward,
Yes.
Mr. Harper.
Yes. All right. Next one, Public Works, emergency repairs on engine 1611 from HEI Mercer Spring in a total amount of $5,632.07. I understand it's front steering spring and I think a couple other parts there on one of the pumpers. They got 3 quotes on that. That was the cheapest quote. Looking for a motion.
The only question I have about
Sure.
this isn't something that happens overnight. And I don't know how often they service these vehicles.
This truck is like almost 20 years old.
I understand,
Yeah.
but they should still come under pre-trip inspections when they check these vehicles. I mean, this had to be going on for a year or more. I mean, it didn't happen overnight. The bushings wore out in the spring.
I don't know. I know they brought it up to attention that it was making a noise. They took it in. That's what.
But the point that I'm making, if there's an accident because they lose the steering and they don't have pre-trip inspections on their trucks, we're going to be in a lot of trouble. I mean, like I said, this isn't something that the truck was fine on Monday and they take it out Wednesday and the bushings are out of it. So I don't know who you would talk to about it, but it's a little concerning when you're running 60 mile an hour with a load of water. But it's got to be fixed.
Oh yeah, it's definitely got to be fixed. I mean, I'm sure they do inspections on it on a regular basis. Yeah. I'd have to talk to the head of the department and the head mechanic to see what the inspection schedule is, but the fact does remain that it still needs to be repaired. Yeah. With that, anyone care to make a motion?
Make a motion to approve A5.
Looking for a second?
I'll second.
Mr. Doyle,
Yes.
Mr. Charleroi,
Yes.
Mr. Dewey,
Yes.
Mr. Ward,
Yes.
Mr. Harper.
Yes. Next, A6 is Public Works new heavy truck equipment scanner from OEM Diagnostic Tools in the total amount of $12,025. As you all saw in your packages, this was the middle of the road out of the 3 quotes they got. From what I understand, it does all the trucks and heavy equipment diagnostics.
Discussion
on it.
Let me add a comment. I talked to one of the gentlemen in that department, and I get it. Anything that has a computer in it, they'll be able to plug it in with this tester. If it's the milling machine, the paver, a backhoe, the excavator, the police cars, their pickup trucks. It's a lot of money, but we need it. And
Danny, did you get an answer? I'm sorry. Did you get an answer as to why we're going with the 12,000 instead of the 9,000?
This does everything.
Yeah, the
9,000 has more features.
9,000 wouldn't work on
See,
the heavy equipment.
The problem that they're having is they've had dump trucks break down. They buy the computer and they have nothing to program it. So then the truck's got to be towed to Hainesport, Johnson and Johnson. So you got a $600 tow bill, and then you end up with a $4,000 bill for them to program the truck. And it's a lot of money, but we need it. It cuts down on throwing darts. You got a problem with a truck and you say, oh, it's the EGR valve. So you put a 600 EGR valve on it and it doesn't fix the truck. This is going to diagnose it, give them the codes, trouble tree. You know, it's hooked up to the internet. What?
And it looks the problem is we can't use the old scanners. The old scanners software and hardware is no longer compatible with the newer models.
Yep, you're correct, Cheryl.
Danny, can I ask you a question? So it sounds like you got the background on this. So I mean, I'll just ask you too. Like, I'm not BSing anybody. I actually own one of these, the exact same model, but I use it for marine applications. It's the same plugs, right? Yeah. This one here for the 12025, the jail test commercial truck off highway and agriculture diagnostic. That's what we're looking at, right?
The harnesses.
I get it, but I mean, I have the same harnesses. And I mean, the ones, and I'm sure they're state approved. I don't see how JT Tower isn't state approved, and it's almost half the price. I mean, I can look it up right now, and I get it. We need it. Yeah, it makes sense to me, you know, to scan everything and diagnose our own stuff. But I just think we could do a better job on the bids because, I mean, what you lease the damn thing, it only costs you, $450 a year to lease one.
I don't know about the lease.
I do.
program. Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
I don't know if that's because it's internet based and they update it.
Right,
And
it's $199 a year.
And I don't know what the license fees are.
Yeah, the pay to lease is $450.
Yeah. I'm talking about the lease the programs in it.
Right. Well, you don't. It comes with it.
Yeah.
And you have to buy the update every year for $199.
They just passed the law. See, John Deere for the last 5 years, you had to take your tractor back to John Deere because they had the exclusive rights on it. But
Sure.
it just got overturned.
I'm sorry. I might be vindictive, but I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But I mean, I know there's a lot. I mean, I was in the same boat in the car business, buying stuff. And
Oh, no, this is one we definitely probably should table to look into if we can get a better bid on this.
I mean, if you give the name of the one you're looking at, Josh, and then we'll.
It's the same. It's the same. It's jail test. It's from jail test. I mean.
So okay. So you're saying going right to the manufacturer directly? I mean.
Not necessarily because they might not be state approved, but I mean, you can go to JT Tower, and I mean, everybody's got their number.
Yeah. All right. Well. Right. Oh, that's looking for a motion.
Motion to table the purchase of jail test commercial truck, highway and agricultural diagnostics scanner.
All right. Anybody looking for a second?
I'll second.
Mr. Charleroi?
Yes.
Mr. Doyle?
Yes.
Mr. Ward?
Yes.
Mr. Dewey?
Yes.
Mr. Harper?
Yes, and we'll pass it on. Public Works, they'll take another look at it and see if they can find a better price. No problem. Moving on. Parade permit. We have a Veterans Advisory Committee Memorial Day Parade on Trenton Road, Stackhouse School, Veterans Memorial Day on May 25th, 2026 from 10 a.m. till noon. It was just something that slipped through the cracks here. Not doing this sooner, but we want to make sure that we do the right things and approve their parade permit so it goes off without a hitch.
Motion to approve.
We need to have a public comment.
Oh, we do?
Okay. Is there any public comment
Public hearing.
about the parade? Anybody from the public want to comment about it? Seeing none, now I'm looking for a motion.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Mr. Charleroi?
Yes.
Mr. Ward?
Yes.
Mr. Doyle?
Yes.
Mr. Dewey?
Yes.
Mr. Harper?
Yes. All right, moving on. Bill list. Anybody have anything on the bill list?
Let's see. I had a couple things I was curious about. One on page 7, the tandem axle trucks. What are those going to be used for?
That was the final payment on our new tandem dump truck that we
Okay.
bought last year.
All right.
They just got the last of the equipment on, the snow equipment, stuff like that. So that was to pay that off.
All right. And then I had one on page 17, the professional services. What are those professional services entailing? It says be audit contract service.
Okay, that's our auditor charging us for
Okay.
doing his job, checking all the books and stuff, keeping us in line.
Okay, just needed clarification on that.
He does want to get paid for what he does. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.
All right, that's all the questions I have.
Anybody else have anything on the bill list? All right. If not, looking for a motion on the bill list.
A motion to approve the bill list.
How about a second?
I'll second.
All right.
Mr. Charleroi,
Yes.
Mr. Dewey,
Yes.
Mr. Ward,
Yes.
Mr. Doyle,
Yes.
Mr. Harper.
Yes. Now we come to our favorite part of the night, solicitors report.
No report.
All right, that was easy. Mayor, are you still on with us?
He's there.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Just holler.
Holler like this?
Wait.
I made some comments earlier. I stand by them. I will not retract them. Additionally, the VAC has put a lot of effort into Memorial Day Parade coming up on Monday. We're looking forward to a great event. I want to thank everybody for the support they've given us for that. I think it's going to turn out to be really, really good. That's all I got for right now. Have a great night, everybody.
All right, thank you, Mayor. BA, you have anything for us?
I do. I have 3 updates. The Pemberton Commons project that's down at 100 Pemberton and Browns Mill Road. We're having a groundbreaking ceremony on June 5th. We also have an update on the Mirror Lake Bridge to Pemberton Commons lighting project. The DCA has approved our bid package, and we will have a resolution on at our next meeting to go out for bid. Lastly, I heard a few comments tonight about the abatement program. I want to remind everyone that we still have the affordable housing program, that if someone meets the requirements, they can get up to $25,000 per home. And if you stay in a home for 10 years, it's completely forgiven. If you don't know if you qualify or not, feel free to email me and I will give you the application and the limits. And if you decide that you want to come in, Trisha Everett is our application coordinator, and she will help you through the process as well. Thank you, and have a nice Memorial Day weekend.
Thank you, Ro. Any of our other professionals like to any comments? No. All right, Mr. Dewey, you want to start us off tonight? Council comments.
I gotta say something about our construction and Mr. Gerber's department. There was a situation today. I was involved a little bit, and can I say Kevin and Stacy without getting in trouble? They did a very professional. It was the deal over at the Methodist Church. We have a new community over there. Apparently, they don't have no trash removal, but they were very professional. We got to the bottom of it, and hopefully it's going to be rectified maybe tomorrow. The police will be escorting them out of town or whatever they got to do to them. But they really made a mess of the woods there. But it was unbelievable, the support. It was brought to my attention last night around 9 o'clock. I made a phone call in the morning. I personally went out there. I reported to the office. Two people came out from the department. They got in their car. I drove them out there, showed them. and I mean the ball started rolling. And they're certainly a major asset to this town. Between Mr. Gerber and Mr. Boyd, we should be very happy we have those two gentlemen running the two departments. Thank you, Tom. Other than that, I'll be at the parade Monday. Apparently, I'm responsible if somebody screws up. I just found that out tonight. We're gonna have about 25 cars there. Hopefully, you bring your hot rod out. You got to be there by 9:30 for the lineup. I'll call you when I get up. All right. It should be a very good parade. Hopefully, the weather holds off. We'll have the ceremony at the memorial, and then they're going to have food, hot dogs, hamburgers, and stuff at the Country Lakes Firehouse. If it rains, we'll be in the Browns Mills Firehouse for the ceremony. And that's about all I got. Everybody have a safe Memorial Day. I'll see you Monday at the parade. Have a good night. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Dewey. Charles?
No, it's just good to see that some of the projects in the town are finally moving forward. My dad has actually gone out to watch them tearing down the old Acme Center multiple times, and he comes back and he's very amused by it. But yes, it's good. It's finally good to see that we are moving forward, and we're going to get things built, things cleaned up. Takes time, but it's actually finally getting done after, what has it been, 15, 20 years in some cases? Yeah, so we are finally getting moving, and this is a good thing.
Thank you, Charles. Josh?
Yeah, I'd like to thank everybody for sticking in there with us this evening. I just want to, I apologize for the yelling and screaming tonight. That's not my rapport, but what I will say is I am still here for everybody here. Just because I don't fall in the lockstep voting with some people of this administration, they got a problem with it. I'm sorry. This is now the second time that I've been berated and attacked personally, and I'm not going to stand for it. I'm here to make the vote in my heart that I feel is right for this township, that obviously some members of the community have issues with. So I'm sorry if I'm not a lockstep politician, but I'm going to vote the way I believe I should vote. And that's the bottom line. I hope everybody has a great Memorial Day weekend. Thank you. Thank you very much. I hope everybody has a great Memorial Day weekend, and I'll see you soon.
Thank you, Josh.
Amen.
Hurry.
So funny you said that. I'm kind of going to piggyback Josh's lines. In 20 years here, I've taken away people's jobs because they made a mistake, taken away their freedom because they're under arrest. I've been called every name in the book, and understandable. But let me tell you something. If you think I'm up here and I'm buying and I'm proving fashion clothing for our employees who are required to wear certain uniform items, or you're going to sit there and call me a liar, I'm going to say something Mr. Dewey said. Do me a favor. When my time comes up in November, don't vote for me. Please don't, if that's who you think I am. My wife, my kids, and my grandchildren will much more value my time than the thoughts you have for me here. Good night.
Thank you, Perry. A little bit more, hopefully, like Mr. Dewey said, everybody comes out for the Memorial Day parade, 10 o'clock Monday. Also, Tuesday morning, there's a memorial service at the high school at 10 a.m. So those of you who can attend, who don't have something else to do, please do so. I'm sure they'll be grateful for you to come out there. And everybody have a nice Memorial Day. And believe me, it's nicer to hear good things. Justine, I enjoy it when you come up here and tell us good things that go on with the kids in town. And I've said this before. It's much nicer to talk about the good stuff that goes on and there is a lot more good stuff that goes on in this town than some of the little petty stuff that gets brought up. We had a wonderful farmers market this past weekend. A lot of people out there. I was there all day. A lot of good things. Economic development had a good table with some of the new things that are going on. The project uptown, the Greenberg Farm project, the college demolition, and people were happy to see that. And that's just what we want and need in this town. More good things, good events. BMIA does great things all the time. Clean Communities does good things. There's so many good things to do. People are complaining now about having too many things to do on the weekends, and that's a good thing. Every weekend there's 3 or 4 things going on. Right? There was a farmers market. There was a community event going on at the Nesbitt Center. There was a community yard sale going out in Country Lakes. It's good. The week before there was walks going on, community yard sale up here at the municipal building. Those are the things we need to talk about and focus on, and stop beating up on the little issues. We're slowly heading in the right direction. Thank everybody for coming out. Please keep coming out. Hopefully we'll see you on Memorial Day. If not, we'll see you at the next meeting. Thank you. Looking for a motion.
Motion to adjourn.